Angel and Envy sends in $5. As a single mother, do you believe you deserve a man in the top percentile? And if so, why would that man want you? So all of y'all single moms besides one. So show of hands. Do you think you deserve a man in the top percentile? Now let me tell you what the top percentile is. Yeah. The top percentile is, let's go with height, just 6 foot. If you want a man that's 6 foot or above, that's only about 15% of the population, or it could be even less than that. If you want a man to make 100K minimum, that's about 10%. You looked it up recently. Okay, so yeah, it's 10% of the population.
In the US,
yeah. So with that being said,
kids or no kids.
Well, that's the thing.
No, if
the men have kids.
Okay, so I didn't understand the question then.
Well, if the man has kids or if he doesn't have kids, regardless of that, only 10% of men make 100K. Yeah, so that's what it is. So now the question is, now since you know what the percentile is, just based off of height, because that's what's important to and based off of income, because that's what's really important. So as a single mother, if you want a guy that's in the top percentile,
do you think you deserve
that man? So show of hands, do you think you deserve a man in the top percentile? Show of hands. We got 1.
No.
We got 2, 3. Oh, we got 4. Okay, 4. Oh, we got 5. Okay. And you're the only one. So you're the only one that said that you don't think you deserve. I'm going to get to you last. For the ladies that, now the question is, for that man, deserve a man in the top percentile, and if so,
why would that man want you?
Okay, and if so, why would that man want you? Okay, let's start here. So you think you deserve him? Why would that man want you?
Well, for one, because I'm a very good mother. I'm not a perfect mom, but I'm a very good mom. So I think.
But what does that have to do with him?
Because I think that shows a lot about my character. And why do I think I deserve it? Because I believe that.
Well, wait, time out. That doesn't show that. So if you are a single mother, you being a good mother, that doesn't show that you have good character, because single mothers normally don't have good character, generally speaking, because they chose the wrong man, meaning that they normally broke up the relationship. They initiated the breakup. So they show single moms show the worst characteristic traits, to be honest. I'll explain why. Because if they had good characteristic traits, they would be with the baby father. They would have chose a man that's worthy of them to have a good kid with, and they would stay with that man. Furthermore, they would see that, okay, if I leave this man, then my daughter or my son would be without a father. And we know that a child without a father leads to more degeneracy.
My 22-year-old self would kick myself in the face for ever picking the man that I chose to have a child with.
Okay, so I just wanted to let you know that when we see a single mom, we don't see good character, even if she can claim that she's a good mom. We see terrible mom.
Oh, I can't wait to answer this.
I'm sorry, I don't agree with the statements that he just made. He just said when we see a single mom, we think terrible mom. You have bad character if you... Let's just keep watching. I'll give my take.
I do agree with that to a point. But I think because my loyalty is very high, and I believe that if he is a very good man and he provides for me and he loves my child, because that is my child, then he deserves every ounce of respect and loyalty. Like I said, I would worship the ground that Tyrone walked on. It's because what I'm willing to bring to the table.
The reason why I say I don't agree with what he just said, if you see a single mom, you see terrible mom. The reason why I don't agree with that, okay, what if a man and a woman have a kid, they're in a relationship, they're married, or their boyfriend and girlfriend, they're in a relationship, the man has a drunk night out, cheats, and he decides to leave for the other woman. Now this woman is left by herself. Okay, she went about that the right way. And he left and he cheated. How is she a horrible mom now? See, this is the thing. When people make blanket statements like this, you have people on YouTube that can't really think for themselves, so they watch these videos and they think all scenarios and all situations are all the same. all situations are not the same. I made a video about this before, about people talking about single moms and stuff like that, and I gave my take. People was calling me a simp and all type of stuff. And my whole thing was, you can't sit here and classify everybody based off of, okay, you have a kid and you're single, oh, okay, you must be a hoe. Oh, you have a kid and you single, oh, you must be irresponsible. Like, all situations are different. Like, all situations
Able for
are
you
different.
is
I'll
worth
just say that.
who, like, I respect you. I admire you. I
Okay,
want-
let's get to her. What's your take on it?
Regardless whether or not I'm a single mother, I'm able to
They could have told her to
do
fix her
everything
dress.
else. Whether or not I have a baby or not, I still can be a great wife, even if I have my kid have nothing to do with my quality as a wife.
No, what single mothers show is that you're selfish because you prioritize yourself over the kid. If you prioritize the kid, you would have worked through thick and thin to keep that relationship with the
Why
father.
does it
You would.
So what if she was getting cheated on? What if she was getting smacked upside her head? And then some dudes would get up on here and be like, well, why would you select a guy that smacks you upside your head? Do you not know a lot of people hide their true colors until later on? Do you not know people snap? So somebody could be a very good person, a church-going man, a great guy, never did anybody wrong in the past, gets with you and snaps. People change over time. Is she a bad mom because she decides to remove herself from that? She decides to not let her daughter watch her get talked to in a crazy way? A mom should not stay in a situation that is unhealthy for their kids to experience just for the simple fact that they have a kid with somebody. Same way a dad shouldn't. Nobody should stay together just because they have a kid together. If it's unhealthy, then by all means, part ways, because you're only going to hurt that child. But now the mom is looked at automatically as if she is the one in the wrong. What if she was the one that was dealing with something from that guy? That in the beginning, he wasn't showing no signs of being that kind of guy that he winded up being. This is what I'm saying when I say situation and context matters. All scenarios is not the same. I can't sit here and be like all single moms is just irresponsible. Things happen, yo.
Why does the responsibility has to fall on me?
He's
Just
wild.
because I'm a female? What if the guy was the one?
generally speaking, right? Generally speaking, most women initiate breakups and divorces. So what is it? 70 to 80% of divorces are initiated by women. So they're breaking up a family. So they're removing the father from the home by their own feelings. So they only prioritize how they feel. You're selfish. Generally speaking,
No,
not
no.
yeah.
But what about
well,
the
y'all
man?
single mom.
Okay, so my question to him is, if she's getting cheated on, if she's getting yelled at and talked to in a crazy way in front of the kids, if she's getting smacked up upside her head in front of the kids, and she makes a decision, mommy's not the best her when she has to deal with this. Mommy should not show this example to her daughters. Mommy should not allow this example to be in front of her sons. Is that her being selfish? Or is that her choosing, okay, peace over everything? Are certain situations could probably cater to what he's saying? Yes. But the problem with what he's saying, he's making it seem like it's black and white. It's not black and white when you're a single mom. Now, I mean, of course, I'm not a single mom, but a lot of us was raised by single moms. And the fact that y'all could get up on here and act like it's that easy, is that black and white? Like, what? Bro, go ask your aunties. Go ask your mom what they want. Go ask your grandmother what she went through. It's not black and white, bro. That's my whole thing. Are there anomalies? Are there bad situations? Are there moms that are selfish out there? Definitely. Are there people that just make bad decisions in choosing people? Definitely. But just because you have a child and you don't have a husband or you don't have a boyfriend, that does not mean you're automatically a bad mom.
Moms, y'all are selfish freak
No.
out.
What about men? What about men though? For example,
We
when
know
I'm-
men do bad things.
What? Oh
When
my
it's my
God.
turn.
Men do bad things.
What I'm saying is, for instance, I feel like there's this thing in society that we are blamed because of the men that we choose. Sometimes we are deceived. Sometimes we meet a person and we think, oh my God, this guy's gonna be such an amazing father, and they turn out to be completely AH.
So who has to take blame? The deceiver or the deceived?
The deceiver, because he knew that
So
he wasn't.
should the
prepared.
deceiver take all the blame?
No.
Should the deceived
other
take
person
some
should
blame?
Take some blame, of course. Because for example,
Okay, so that's
like,
accountability.
you do something and I have reaction to it, right?
Yeah.
Right? Then I am part of the problem because I have reaction to it. It's gonna be always gonna be both of our fault. But I feel like the deceiver, the person that made the mistake, should be held more accountable. So why does the blame falls on women for leaving when it wasn't the right situation in the first place?
Yeah. So
Maybe I am
when
selfish because I'm taking care of my kid. I'm making sure that my kid doesn't get raised in a bad environment.
Well, the worst environment is for a kid to be raised in a single mother household. Statistics show that single mother households leads to juvenile delinquents. It leads to most of men are in prison came from single mother households. Most of the school shooters came from single mother households. Most of the degeneracy that you see in the gang violence in Chicago and Newark, New Jersey, and all of these areas around the world, in LA and things like that. These are, areas where there's no father figure in the home because the woman kicked the man out the home. She married the government via welfare, was like, oh, let me get this government check. Or if not that,
One of the easiest ways to lie to somebody is to give them 90% of the truth. But 90% of the truth and 10% of a lie is a lie. So what he just said, 90% of what he's saying is true. But 10% that he's leaving out is completely a lie. Let's do an instant replay.
in all of these areas around the world, in LA and things like that. These are, areas where there's no father figure in the home because the woman kicked the man out the home. She married the government via welfare, was like...
See, he's saying these things as if this stands for every type of single mom, bro. But he's saying these things like it, yes. Single mother households, yeah, those are some of the worst households. As far as how somebody turns out. But what about that family, that family where the dad was there, the mom was there, and the dad was whooping the mom's ass in front of the kids? What do you think the little boys are going to turn out to do? But the mom just wanted to keep the family. Or what about that dad that dealt with that mom that was cheating? And everybody watched dad get cheated on. All the kids watched dad get cheated on. Why? Because they wanted to keep the family together. So now when they grow up, they tolerate that kind of stuff. They tolerate people like they don't stand up for themselves. What about those considerations? You talking about, the reason why is because they kicked the dad out. Why'd they kick the dad out? Let's go to the why. I'm a king of taking accountability. What is the why? How did we get to this point? Now, how did men go from being leaders to now women look at us like, oh, let me get this government like y'all
check.
ain't shit. Was it just social media or was it something that men were doing at first? And then women, they try to take matters into their own hands. Whether they failed or lost, what role did the man play in this? And he's acting like men don't play no role in why most women are single moms. That's not manly, bro. Men take responsibility. What is it that the men did? Are there situations? Yes. Where the woman she just had a kid and she ain't really, she just dipped out. Yes. But is that all situations, brother? Is that most situations, brother? No. Like, come on.
Or if not that, she just chose the wrong man.
You have a platform, so you have a responsibility. If you're going to speak facts, speak facts.
Like, you got power. You choose who you give your sex to. She just, the government via welfare was like, oh, let me get this government check. Or if not that, she just chose the wrong man. Like you got power. You choose who you give your sex to. Power, right? You have power. You choose which man you're gonna have a kid by. You got power. You get to choose if you can, terminate the baby or not. You got so much power, but you still make poor decisions with your power. So when I see a single mom, right? I see a woman that made all the wrong choices and only prioritized how she feels. She's selfish.
Will you ever date a
What if the man left?
single mom?
I mean, single moms need love too. They can
Will
get a
you
little.
date a single
They
mom?
could get a little. They can get.
And to y'all that's out there like, yeah, well, if the man left, then that means she chose the wrong woman. How many times? I mean, the wrong man. How many times have you been with somebody you thought they was the right person, then later on they turned out to be somebody else? Don't we all make that mistake? If you haven't made that mistake, then why aren't you in the first relationship that you ever got in? Because you thought it was something in the beginning that it wound up not being. Why don't single moms get that same grace? Oh, because they had a kid.
A little recreational use only sometimes.
Wow.
Believe that single moms are
Moms need love too. They get.
a single mom?
I mean, single moms need love too. They can
Will
get a
you
little.
date a single mom?
They could get a little. They can get a little recreational use only sometimes.
Wow.
Believe that single moms are damaged? Are damaged good?
Well, damaged goods. I believe that.
That's crazy.
I mean, she just said it right there. What she say?
That she believes that single moms are damaged?
Well,
She just said yes that single moms are damaged goods.
Of course we are.
yeah.
And why
Damage.
Oh,
you wanna-
man.
Why do you say single moms
Go
are
ahead, give her
damaged
opinion
goods?
on it.
Where,
'Cause
where
you're
is
a
my
woman
camera
saying
not,
that.
not focusing here?
So why do you say single moms are damaged goods?
Because if we're single mothers, we obviously I don't know about y'all, but we go through the ringer. Like I don't want to get too involved in my.
Just say-
Yeah,
How do you
listen,
feel? No.
single. Listen, I got you. Listen, single moms. To answer your question directly, like I said,
But I don't think it's a bad thing.
recreational use only.
No.
Do you you guys know what that means?
Are you serious?
Recreational use only. Especially if you up in your ages in your 30s. Recreational use only.
You know my problem with these podcasts sometimes? I don't feel like everything this man says, this man agrees with. But because they're like co-hosts, they feel like they have to tag team. I feel like it makes it a better conversation when one person is like, nah, bro, I don't agree with that part. You know what I mean? But when it's like, it's us versus them, us versus them, bro, it just takes away from the quality. Like, bro, you agree with that? Do you agree that single moms are good for recreational use only, which means they're good for only a good time in the bedroom? Know what I mean? A little quickie. That's what he's saying. Most of our moms are single moms. Do you look at your mama like that? You know your mama. Do you look at your mama like that? My mom married, you know what I mean? But I know a lot of single moms. And they're very good women. And the reason why they're not with that guy, because he cheated. For a lot of situations, he cheated. He started putting hands on her. Didn't start out like that. That's why they got married. It was great in the beginning. No red flags that he was going to start bugging out like that. But he did. She chose to leave and not deal with that. Not set a bad example in front of her kids. So now she's good for recreational use only? Bro, come on. Y'all say anything on these podcasts.
Listen, I got you. Listen,
And I know the little manospheres, y'all gonna be mad at I don't give a damn how y'all feel, honestly. Know what I mean? I'm on here speaking my truth. Know what I mean? Not some shit that YouTube taught me. Know what I mean? Like, when the camera goes off, we all live real life. We all know real people in real life. Although people on these platforms and stuff like that, they try to act like everybody's the same and, this type of person that has this category with brown hair, oh, you're just like the other girls with brown hair. Oh, you're a black girl, oh, you think just like the other black girls. Oh, you do this for a living, oh, you're just like all the other. No, nothing is black and white like that. Some things, yeah, you can judge, but you can't judge by making blatant statements by saying, yes, if you're like this, you definitely have this as well. That's where y'all lose me, because there's people on here that's really trying to learn from y'all. And you on here talking about single moms are good for recreational use only. I don't know if he was joking or not. Know what I mean? But he kind of bugged out right
Single
there.
moms, to answer your question directly, like I said,
But I don't think it's a bad thing.
recreational use only.
No.
Do you know? You guys know what that means?
Are you serious?
Recreational use only. Especially if you up in your ages in your 30s. Recreational use only.
Do you mean like hit it and quit it?
That's crazy.
Yes,
Recreational use.
recreational use only, meaning you won't use any for sex. That's it.
Recreational
Is that
Single mother.
recreational
He
yes.
didn't say
Can
he
we go
agreed.
around? I'm waiting patiently.
We gotta get to y'all.
Even if
I'm
she
waiting
makes
so
all the
patient.
claims,
My
even if
God.
to be a good
Okay,
wife.
time out. Let's reverse it real quick to you.
All right.
What is broke guys good for?
Sex.
Recreational use only.
But what?
Bro. Oh my goodness. These moments in these podcasts are crazy, bro. He just compared a broke man to a single mom. Okay. Let's think about the roles. The traditional roles. The traditional roles is that a man provides for a family, right? All the kids, the mom, and himself. He goes out and he goes to kill the deer, brings it home on his back, and the wife cooks it. While he's out doing what he's doing, right? He's conquering the world. He's protecting his family. He's making sure there's no money issues. He's making sure his family is safe outside, so his wife doesn't have to do it. The woman's job to me, the traditional thought process to me, is to make sure home remains peaceful. While I make sure nothing runs up on the house, or you don't have to go outside and face the world's danger, make sure home is peaceful. What about being a single mom stops her from being able to make home peaceful? So, again, where I said the man is supposed to go out and he's supposed to be resourceful, you just said a man that is not resourceful can be compared to a mom that has one extra child but could possibly be very good at taking care of home. How the hell do you compare that? Do you even know the roles? Or what are the roles to you? How did you compare that? And if y'all think I'm just simping or some shit, y'all need to go watch my other videos, because I'm very neutral. I'm going to call it like it is. Men saying bullshit. I have a video of him speaking straight facts that I reacted to. I'm not on nobody's side. I'm not against no YouTubers and nothing. But when you say something crazy,
What? But
Oh my God. A broke guy compared to a single
Can't compare
mother?
a broke guy to a single mom.
No.
That's false. That's
very-
no,
No,
you cannot.
because-
Because
Go ahead.
someone
let you
who's
speak.
broke, okay? If you're broke as a male, you have the opportunity to level up, but you're not wanting to. As a single mom, you don't know what I had gone through. And sometimes we don't even choose to be a single mom. It's like she said, the men, nowadays, I don't even tell a man. Like if I'm meeting somebody, I do not tell someone what I want from them, because they're going to act exactly how I'm telling them,
Yeah.
right? So I don't do that anymore. A man shows you that he's something, right? You get to know him. You have a kid by him, and when you're saying that we're choosing to
Okay,
have a
well,
kid
let's
by
pick
him,
one point by point. Every point you made. So let's go with your
all right,
first
let's go
point.
with
Your
number
first-
one. Let's go with number one.
Got you. Your first point was, you don't choose to be a single mom. So if you heard what I explained to her, you do choose to be a single mom.
How?
So
How
what I'm
so?
saying is, a man can't have sex with you unless you grant access to sex.
All right, but I granted.
Let me finish real quick. Let's just walk through it step by step so you can understand the logic, right? We got to think linear, right? We got to
Right.
think straightforward,
Right, when
not
you're married
scattered.
to somebody and you're having sex, you're choosing to give that person
let
your
me
body.
finish, let me finish.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Let me finish. Women choose who they have sex with.
Yeah.
So since you choose who you have sex
You're having
with,
sex with your husband.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
and then things in the relationship happens.
Change.
Let's
Shit
say
happens.
it changed.
Uh-huh.
Things happen. Life
Right.
lives sometimes,
Exactly.
right?
okay, he's
Then-
coming to earth.
Well, who normally breaks up with the relationships. We're
It all
going based
depends
off
on
of
the
statistics.
situation.
But
It
we're
all
going
depends on
based
the
off of the
situation.
generality.
Why does that even matter? If things change and things went bad, why does it matter who breaks what off? What if to what you're saying, brother man, what if I flip it and say this? The reason why most women break up relationships is because men are usually the ones that be fucking the relationship up or changing in the relationship. What if I sit here and say that? Same way you trying to throw these random statistics out. And what if I say that? Does that make your point a little bit more valid or invalid? Like, what is the point of that? If things went sour, somebody has to break it up. If things went bad, somebody has to get out of there. Now, if we talk about religious beliefs and things of that nature, that's a completely different conversation. But in the world's eyes, if infidelity happens, if domestic abuse happens, are you going to tell your daughter to stay in that marriage? Are you telling your daughter to stay in that situation because you have a kid? You cannot leave because once you leave, you are now recreational use only. Think about that. Think about what you're saying. I don't know if this whole part right here is a joke, but it's coming off as a joke.
Women initiate 70 to 80% of divorces. And not only that, even if we're not talking about marriages, have y'all ever been broken up with before? Show of hands, who's been broken up with? Maybe one of y'all. Two of y'all.
Say again?
Three of y'all.
What was the question?
If
That if I've broken up with somebody?
No.
Okay, put it like this. How many times, just show of hands, and think you can.
Every single girl I've ever been with, I've broken up with her. Every relationship I've ever had, probably except for elementary school, I've broken up with every single one. So what's your point? Everybody gets broken up with, bro. It's about who does the dirt. And honestly, a lot of the breakups was just like, I just don't want to be in a relationship with you no more. They ain't even do nothing crazy. I just didn't want to be in a relationship with you no more. If anything, I changed. You know what I mean? Young 20 and under me changed. All right, I'm good. So what's your point?
Sit down too. Show of hands. How many times has a man broken up with you?
It count.
Well, let's go with you. How many times has a man broken up with you? Was it just one man? Two men? How many?
No.
How
None.
many? None.
Zero.
So no men broke up with you.
Right.
How many men have you broken up with?
A little bit, a lot, what?
How many men have you broken up with?
It has been a mutual understanding to the breakup.
Listen. How many men have you broken up with?
Shit didn't work out.
No. That's not the question. How many? I got you, Eze. How many men have you broken up with?
4.
You proving my point right there.
No, I
so
didn't.
you choose the man to have sex with, and then you break up with them. You
Because
are the problem. This is why you're a single mom,
Also-
because you broke up with these niggas.
So you're saying that us as women, we're supposed to just stay there and what?
You need discernment. Discernment is the ability to make good judgment. So that means that one, you maybe chose the wrong man, right? So if you didn't choose the wrong man, maybe you wouldn't have broken up with him.
How was I supposed to know that was the wrong man? He was showing no signs of that he was the
do
wrong
you shop
man.
on Amazon?
Right. I look at reviews.
You look at the Google
I
reviews?
do all day.
When you talk to men, look at the Google reviews.
How? See, when you talking to somebody that's not on the same like intellectual level as you, you can easily talk around their head and say crazy things like that. Look at the Google reviews. How? How do you look at the Google reviews? What am I supposed to talk to all of her friends and ask her, yo, how is she really? I'm supposed to hit up people that she may know, yo, how is she really? I'm supposed to go on Instagram and, I mean, by all means, you got to peep her Instagram, see, what kind of pictures she posts and stuff. But okay, if it's all clean, do I really know her? Does she really know me? Or are you supposed to call all the exes and be like, yo, how is she really? Or how is he really? What does that even mean, my nigga? What does that mean, bro? They say anything on these podcasts sometimes, bro. It is crazy. Just because you put a mic in front of somebody's face does not mean is facts.
But I do.
Okay, explain to me what the
They
Google
don't do it
reviews
long
are.
enough.
No, explain to me what Google reviews are.
I look at
In a
pictures
man.
on Google. I
No,
look
no,
at
I'm talking
pictures
about
on
in a
Google
man.
and Amazon. In a man, there
But
are.
it's just walk with me here, mama.
Metaphor.
It's a metaphor, right? So we got a relationship, and then we got Amazon when you're purchasing. So women, y'all saying that, well, men are very secretive, meaning that they put up a facade. So they promise these things. They say they're this type of guy, but when we're in a relationship, they're not that type of guy. So now let's just. The metaphor is when you're on Amazon, when you're about to buy a package, about to buy an item, you will, let me look at the Google reviews before you purchase this item. So you know when you purchase it, when you give up sex, you're going to get exactly what was promised. You get.
So let me ask you this, brother. As men, do men not usually lie about their reviews? Is that not what game usually is? It's just to sell yourself? Or do men usually say what's the bad parts about themselves too? Like Google reviews. Because Google reviews, you get good and bad. This is a very bad example, a metaphor you're trying to use. You get the good and the bad on Google. If a man is telling you about himself, is he going to show his best foot forward? Oh, well, watch his actions. Okay, that's a fact. That's good for a couple of months. And then you know, he's selling himself still. It may last for a couple years where he's really like down for you. And then the old him creeps back up when he's drunk one night at the bar with his homies and he goes home with a girl. Is she wrong for that? Is she to blame for that? Is she to blame for leaving him? Do girls do stuff too? To y'all slow-minded people that can't keep up with what I'm talking about? Yes, they do. But we're talking about the guys because he's making black and white statements right now. This is where it becomes a problem.
What I'm saying? So I'm saying that Google reviews in a man would be a multitude of things. You got to stop looking at prioritizing feelings and you got to prioritize reality. Women fall in love with their ears. Stop letting niggas raise you up. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So this would be something in a sense, look at his actions, what he does, instead of what he says. Look for the incongruencies, which you naturally always do. You're very good. All of you women are very good with your memory. If a guy says one thing here, you're like, you said something different before. I know you said it. Don't try to gaslight me. And sometimes the nigga just forgot himself, but you remember because y'all freaking good at listening. So you know. Oof. But these are the little things, y'all social skills that you need to use, which is called Google reviews to assess if he is a good man.
Google
so if you're buying the product that you really want.
Google reviews, those are people with their own opinions writing stuff. But they got a great thing, they're gonna.
What? You ain't get the analogy.
Metaphor.
It was a bad metaphor, bro. Let's go back to how he just explained that.
And sometimes the nigga just forgot himself, but you remember because y'all freaking good at listening. So you know.
Basically what he's saying is use your discernment. Don't get finessed. Sometimes when the finesse is so good at finessing, you're still going to buy it. You're still going to buy it. If somebody's good at selling themselves or good at lying or they're good at what they do, which I'm going to be honest, most dudes is out here lying to women. They out here acting like they something that they really not. And then the girl falls for it. And then the girl sleeps with him. And then he doesn't like her no more because he already got the poems. I done seen dudes do the craziest things just to get some ass. And once they get some ass, they don't give a fuck about her no more. Is that her fault? That she felt for it? Or was it a mutual, damn, we fucked this up? Or damn, why did I fall for you? Or damn, I did her wrong. Men shouldn't take no accountability in the bullshit that they're doing.
But these are the little things, your social skills that you need to use.
Shouldn't we be telling men, Stop doing women how we've been doing them for all these years. Instead, treat women like queens when a woman deserves to be a queen. Don't get me wrong. Don't just treat any woman like a queen. I mean, some of them you just shouldn't be dealing with. I'm not saying do them dirty, but treat a woman how you would want your daughter to be treated. Shouldn't we be teaching that instead? Instead of telling the women, stop choosing the bad guys. Or why don't we go to the bad guys and say, yo, stop doing that, bro. Men speak men. We don't speak women. We're trying to on these damn podcasts. But we're coming off saying things like Google reviews. Has your Google reviews always been right, bro? Mine ain't always been right. I done talked to a couple people that I thought they was one way, wound up being another way. But women don't get that grace.
Which is called Google reviews to assess if he is a good man.
Google
so if you're buying the product that you really want.
Google reviews, those are people with their own opinions writing stuff. If they got a great thing, they're gonna.
What? You ain't get the analogy.
It's a metaphor.
It is a metaphor, and I get
Basically,
it.
what he's saying is like you women do not take. You women don't take time
Even
to
when you
get to know
test
the
the
guy.
men.
Hold on, no. You women are moving way too fast. You're not taking the
Even
time.
if you text the man, what you want? You want a leader, right?
Said that.
Okay, so if you texting the man and if he can't plan a date, he's asking you what you want to do. He's like,
But
oh
you're
well,
but
whatever
you're
it
telling
is.
us to settle. You're making no. You're telling us to
Time out.
settle.
No, how am I
So
telling
if
you to
I'm
settle?
testing a man and he's not what I want, okay, let's go back to
You
this.
don't settle.
But you're telling us that we have to stay.
No, what we're saying is
You're telling me that I'm
settle.
testing a man and he's not what I want. Okay, let's go back.
No, how am I
So
telling
if
you to
I'm
settle?
testing a man and he's not what I want, okay, let's go back to
You
this.
don't settle.
But you're telling us that we have to stay.
No, what we're saying is
You're telling me that I am a single mom because I didn't settle and I didn't stay and I didn't put up
That's
with
not what
it.
he's saying.
No, I'm saying if
And I
you
didn't-
would
I didn't
have,
choose the right
if
man.
you would, baby,
not
you skipping a
understanding.
step ahead. Manipulation happens when you focus on the effects instead of getting to the cause. The cause is you chose the wrong man, right? That's the cause. So we're speaking about how to choose a better man, how to have discernment. Well, first you want to be the best self. You want to be your best self so you can attract better men, so you can attract more quality men. So
Right.
maybe the truth was you attracted exactly what you deserved because maybe you wasn't your best self.
Truth.
So it's like, God dang, you're a single mother because you made the wrong choices. So it's on you.
So she wasn't her best self at one point, and she was dating just like all of us. None of us are at our best self. You know what I mean? Like, or we didn't start taking people serious at our best self. We may have thought we was. I may think I'm at my best self right now, and then it gets better. I may be doing something right now that I think is good. You may be doing something right now that you think is good. Later on, you find out I should have never been doing that. So now you're at a better self. Same thing with women. You feel like you're at a good self. You know what I mean? And then you had a baby with somebody. So now you're only good for recreational use for the rest of your life. That's the math that this brother's preaching. That's the math that Fresh and Fit be preaching. That's the math that these dudes be preaching on YouTube to dudes that are very inexperienced. Y'all, I'm about to be 30 in a couple years. 2 years, literally. I done been around the block. You know what I mean? I know these things, bro. Everything is not just black and white, bro.
You get it? Like
I said before, women move
These
fast.
girls just can't
I don't
articulate
take the time to
themselves.
fully get to know somebody. Texting somebody all damn day, that don't mean shit. You got to hang out with a person to really know
Get
how
off
they
that.
are. Multiple times. I can text
Get off
a
that.
girl all day and say, I'm the king of Israel. Who knows?
y'all
I
love
could-
being text buddies.
It's so easy
Link
to
with
lie and
homies.
betray yourself as somebody through text. But
off that.
But once you see them in person, it's easy to tell when somebody. You women are great at telling when a guy is not confident and when he's lying.
And your men are great at lying.
Because you fall in love with your ears, so you have to look at what he does, not what he says.
So are men the problem or are women the problem? If men are lying, how are women the problems for believing the lies? Is it the liar the problem? Like, when did we get to the point where we don't even make liars take accountability? He just said because. What do you mean because, bro? We need to look at the dudes that's out here doing this. Know what I mean? And talking to them. Not to the women that are believing the lies. Yeah, ladies, don't believe the lies. But how do you... no, everybody doesn't know when a lie is coming. So the best thing you do, you talk to the liars. That's crazy. But he's talking to the perfect group of women for what he's saying. She just slipped up and threw the whole conversation off, threw the ball right in his hands, talking about, even when you text him, what? What the hell? Why did you even say that? Even when you text him, what that got to do with anything? You threw off everything. Now they looking at you like, all right, now we about to run circles around your head. But this is a perfect group of women because they can't articulate themselves well enough to tell you, bro, that don't make no damn sense. And then it's your podcast, so you can speak over everybody.
Men, let's just flip it. Men fall in love with our eyes. We see the wagon. Dang, shorty got the wagon there. Like, really, things, just everything else goes out the window. She could be talking crazy sometimes, but it's the wagon there. I want it. I got to have it. I need it. So it's the same thing. We got to kind of like put a blindfold over our eyes so we can really assess the woman and see how she's moving and kind of listen to the woman. You get what I'm saying? So we have to use our ears almost instead of our eyes. It's different for y'all. You have to use your eyes and see how he's moving instead of your ears. Makes sense because niggas lie. They gonna lie to you. We're not trying to lie to y'all because
So it's
we're
our
not
fault
trying to
that
hit.
they lied to us and we fall for it. It's our fault.
It's not trying to your ears. Makes
it.
sense because niggas lie. They gonna lie to you. We're not trying to lie to y'all because
So it's
we're
our
not
fault
trying to
that
hit.
they lied to us and we fall for it. It's our fault.
We not trying to listen to this. Fellas, to y'all that's out there saying that I'm bugging. Listen to this. We not trying to lie to y'all because we not trying to hit. That's probably the realest thing he said on the podcast. Pay attention to what that means, though. Let's break it down. That if you're not going to lie because you're not trying to hit, means if you was trying to hit, which men usually do, they would lie. So when men lie, they're usually trying to hit. When men are trying to hit, they're usually lying. So how is it the woman's fault that she's believing all of these lies, not knowing whether or not they're lies? She may went to his house and seen, okay, he actually does have a house. Okay, he actually does have a car. Okay, he does have a job. Okay, he does have a good relation with his mom. But the whole time, he's still lying about stuff. 10% of this is a lie. You're not seeing the real me. So she says, okay, I'm going to give it up. And then he dips on her. Whose fault is that? The woman's or the man that was lying? Or what if he stays in a relationship? Keeps messing with her. The whole time this shit was built off of a lie. Because I was just trying to hit at first, but you kind of dope. Know what I mean? So I like you. We get into a relationship. She falls in love. Most women do. You know what I mean? Because she's falling in love with the lie. He just said men are going to lie. As if it's normal. They have a kid together. Now he stops lying. He starts showing who he truly is. She says, wait a minute. I didn't know this is you. She dips. Or she says, nah, I can't be in this relationship no more. Or he says, I can't be in this relationship no more because this is all built off a lie. This ain't even who I really am. I'm just in too deep. You ever seen that movie? I'm just in too deep. Is it her fault that now she's a single mom? Is it her fault? If this was all built off of a lie? Listen to what you're saying, bro. We not going to lie to you because we not trying to hit. Trying to hit. What is hit? Have sex. We're all adults. Have sex. When you have sex, you know what happens? Kids come out of that. Yeah, you could protect yourself. But kids could come out of that. And everybody's not okay with putting their body through the procedure. Men speak men. We can't speak for women.
Yes.
A baby she can never get pregnant unless you put a seed on her. She cannot. It starts with us. So the only thing men need to be doing is being accountable for us. Yeah, but why'd you keep the baby? Yeah, why'd you put the baby in her? I don't know. Like that, no accountability, that lack of accountability. This is why men are how they are now, weak. Know what I mean? Women walk around masculine. Somebody got to do it. Y'all dudes don't want to take no responsibility for nothing. Are there situations where the woman is full of shit and she just makes bad decisions? Yes. But to make it seem like it's black and white is crazy.
100%.
Yes.
I mean, the blame is on them,
No.
but it is your fault. You have to take accountability.
Temptation.
The one that has to take accountability is the one lying.
But if you purchase like,
It goes vice versa for men. If I'm talking to somebody and she ends up being
Your
crazy,
accountability is bigger because you're doing it and you're aware that you're doing it. The person that's getting it done too, you're
but
aware.
people's true colors shows
That getting
through
me hot.
time. It's the whole point of this. People's true colors show out through time, and if you just be patient enough and not rush the relationship and or sex, you will see through time that he's not what he says
And then
he
waste
is,
your time.
or she's not who.
And then you know what dudes will also say? Bro, I'm not waiting that long to have sex with her. All right, so bro, my question to you is, how long would you wait for a girl to have sex with you? How long is good enough? How long is good enough for you to feel like you know somebody for real? What's the duration? Is it black and white enough for you to just know that? What he's saying is true. You should definitely give it some time. But is all situations just is? That's what it is. It's just
Who
like
she
that.
says here. It goes for men also. If I choose to date you and I find out that you're crazy and you stabbed your last 3 boyfriends,
But-
that's my
yeah,
fault for not
and
taking the time and
with
do my Google
but,
research.
and this is the thing. You're talking about single moms, right? Yeah. What like we could talk about. We talked about men. Now let me just flip it on y'all. This is why we tell guys.
Yeah, what about
like,
a single dad? Like,
well, a single dad is different because when you come into that relationship as a single dad and versus a single mom, you're not coming in there, expected to provide for his kids. So, but when we
That's
come
a
into
good
a
argument.
relationship with a single mom, at some point in time, if the
But at the same time, don't she got to cook for your kids? Don't she got to deal with your extra badass kid? Don't she got to deal with a kid saying, "You not my mama"? Don't she got to consider that? Don't she got to consider a baby mama drama? She still has to be a part of that kid's life. So yeah, she may have to spend money. She may not have to provide security, because that's what you do. But that kid is definitely a part of you. Before I met my wife, I was a single dad. My wife yesterday picked my daughter up from school. Dropped her off in the morning. Did her hair this morning. Those are all things that she had to consider before getting with a dude that has a kid. So how's it not the same? You have to. Men have to consider something with a woman with a kid. A woman has to consider something with a man with a kid. So funny. This is a little side story. I remember when I was single and I would be dating and stuff, and women would be like, "Oh yeah, I don't want to date you because you have a child." And I used to, you let them know, like, I completely understand. But at the same time, me and my daughter's mom, we have a good co-parenting relationship. It's not going to get in the way of us. Those same girls winded up getting with, matter of fact, those same girls right now are still playing the field trying to figure it out. Know what I mean? Still getting played. I know people that know them. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, my lady don't have to pay no bills where she live. She don't, if she ever want to just pick up my phone and just go through my messages, she can. Whether it's my baby mom or a friend, whatever. She could just go through that. So she has no issue. She has none of those issues. But, you wanted to judge the fact that I was young and I had a kid. You didn't really, like you missed out on your blessing. All right? But by all means.
the relationship grows, we are expected. You will expect us to provide for your
Financially,
kids.
but not emotionally.
Your kid.
Yeah, but nurture isn't tangible. We
Right.
need to actually give something tangible to the kid. So meaning that you have more baggage, that we need more money, more finances, something tangible that we need to give. Nurturing is natural.
It's free.
That's
Yeah.
free. You nurturing.
I can do
Oh,
that all
I
day.
love you. I love you, little Peter. Good game, Peter.
The time that you're spending on it, that you're investing in that child.
Well, yeah, that's nurturing. That's there too.
Same thing.
But
Time is
both
money.
parties have to. Yeah, I mean, both parties have to do that as far as spending time, maybe. But the man, it's the man has bigger stake when if he chooses to date a single mother and take her seriously because she comes with kids. Now, a man that has kids,
If you're talking about money, I agree. Yes, a man has to feed an extra mouth. I completely agree. That is something to consider in your budget if you wasn't ready for that. Know what I mean? And that's nothing for us to down a man because he can't afford an extra kid or he doesn't want to pay for extra kid. That's nothing to down a man about at all. But that is definitely a factor.
it's much different. Now, a man that has kids and a woman that has kids, okay, that's a mixed family. It's like, okay, y'all both coming in with baggage. But a man that doesn't have no kids shouldn't look a single mom's
Yeah.
way. So if you like that clip,
Hey man, like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. I do want to see the comments real quick. A broke man can still become rich. A single mother can't unbecome a single mother. They all made bad decisions and refused accountability. You brought your value down. Single mother homes are the worst thing for a young man. You let him hit raw, now you're a single mom. I've never been broken up with, so how many have you broken up with? It was mutual. Yeah, that was crazy. You don't use protection, you choose to be a single mother. Oh my goodness. A broke man can fix his situation, a single mother cannot. Oh my God. They avoid accountability at all costs. Every one of the single moms I personally know chose their man with red flags and all this BS about man changing up on them, et cetera, is garbage. But didn't he just say that men lie to hit? This is what I mean when I watch these videos on YouTube. I'm like, damn, man, the algorithm hits the manosphere, and the manosphere loves this type of content. Listen, if you consider yourself as somebody that's part of the manosphere or whatever the hell, and you follow me because of maybe something I said in another video about maybe something the lady said wrong, I'm going to tell you something right now. This ain't the page for you. This is not the page for you. I'm not the guy to be on here always on the man's side and acting like men do no wrong, and I'm not that guy. Women do wrong, men do wrong. That's it. All right. This is the manosphere that's commenting. Just in case y'all thought, oh, because the comments is saying this stuff, it got to be factual. This is what you call the algorithm hitting the right group of people that want to watch this shit. Google reviews, 6 feet sold. I would rather be single for the rest of my life than take care of another man's child. Don't get pregnant so quick. My goodness. Hey, man, this has been your boy, Todd Boogie. If you don't have no experience in life, go get some experience. It's been your boy. I'm out of here.